Welcome. Yes, we got new picks, and hopefully,
Yeah, I've
they'll
been.
show up and work. If not, I will deal with that another time.
Yeah,
Um,
I think everything should be there because I've seen
Yep.
everybody scroll through at least
Problem
once
is,
or twice.
now we're on a new screen, so it might just be the three again, and I might need to re-add it. But what goddamn ever. Oh dear, is it?
Yeah,
Hmm.
it totally is.
Hmm.
Yeah, because she was here and now she's not.
Okay. My mic is peaking. I don't know how to fix that.
If you go
So
to your audio slider for your mic in Streamlabs
Yep.
and move it down by minus
at
5 or minus 10,
I'm at minus 20.
Oh my goodness.
move it down. So the other thing you can do is add a filter to add a limiter.
That might work.
I'm gonna be right back.
No worries.
Hmm.
But the other thing you can do is if you're at minus 20 and you're still peaking is move it down to minus 30.
Okay. I mean, if I'll be audible. Because I don't see myself
don't
going
know.
into the yellow too much. Am I still peaking, Jackie?
Oh, are you? Is it wait a headset mic or a mic in front?
Headset.
Move the mic piece away from your mouth.
Is that better?
Yes.
Okay.
Because what's happening is it's either brushing up against your face or it's like too close, pointed too close to your lips.
All right. So. Let's see if I remember correctly where we were when we last left off. If I remember,
we were.
Back.
Excellent. We were just outside of Gavanoy. We had just fought that creature. And fucking vamp monster hunters showed up.
Yeah. And we hid under a tarp.
And
because we are.
Yep.
Yes.
We did us a hide.
We did a hide.
Yep.
Because it did not trust the landed gentry as far as we could flow them.
All right. So. Sorry about the slideshow. We'll work it out.
Yeah.
Next time.
Next time.
Yep.
This is a process. It's a growth process.
Yep.
And like most growth, sometimes it hurts. Okay, so do we let's get down to business to defeat the vampires?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what time is it roughly? It's sort of we waited. Oh, that's right. We waited overnight to get till dawn. Yeah. Cool. Okay. If we're at that point, start packing up things and get ready to take a look to the entrance to town. I presume. Well, you can let us know, but I presume there's life. Well, there's people moving about as though it's like a town during the day.
Yeah, it's just your average town during the day.
Cool. Cool. In that case, just check myself over, make sure there's nothing to.
Also, I fixed it.
Haha.
Yeah.
Turns out I just added it manually to the file list.
Hooray. So yeah, making sure there's we've got all our stuff. Head towards the town entrance.
Nice.
Also, for the record, I established this last time, but Yersinia has tucked all of Mithraia into the various bits of her voluminous robes, and has stuffed Mithraia's skull down like the back of her dress. Mithraia has opinions about this. Maybe we'll hear about them later.
Fun.
Such that she looks like she's hunchbacked. She has also gone and found herself a nice stick and pulled off all her expensive-looking jewelry, and has basically made herself look like a hunchbacked, dirt-faced, wandering nun.
Nice. All right.
Yesenia knows a thing or two about being,
Yep.
about
Havelock, like,
not fitting in.
After watching this, after watching Yersinia do all of this, Havelock is like, I know that it doesn't, yeah, Havelock's just like, I do hate to invalidate all of your work, but I can just cast glamours on us.
Okay.
Which vampires can see through, presumably.
Oh, if that's the case,
that's a good
then,
question.
Well, it's all well and good you casting magic as we walk into a town which uses pretty much, by the sounds of it and look of it, exclusively magic, and it's probably able to see through glamours quite easily with their own magic.
Maybe.
In
which case,
let's find out.
Yeah. Havelock does like a typical glamour for themselves just to hide the marks all over their body.
The tattoos, yeah.
Yup.
Sure.
Those are troubling. And
Yesenia, meanwhile, goes and finds a nice walking stick and, like, digs a cup out of somewhere in her outfit so she can go, alms, alms.
Nice.
Perfect.
Trying to think if there's anything.
For a poor nun.
Trying to think if there's a.
And I am going to do that voice for her in, like, every interaction until.
God, I hope so.
Fair. I like it. I'm just thinking though, everything's away that would need to be packed away. Havelock's got the pack on.
All right. Clothes
are not too fancy. Yeah, should be fine.
All right. And last thing before we get too deep into it, I've fixed my own audio thing, but is everyone else coming in? Is anyone too loud? Is anyone too quiet? Please let us know.
That's important.
Yup. I've just gotten into the habit of that.
Testing 1 2 1 2 3.
Awesome. Because I had to screw with settings on my audio output capture for when I'm playing video games, so it's just a whole process. All right. Well, if we're good to go, then let's begin.
All right.
We are, yes, into town. So, on our way into town, it seems like a pretty chill place. Like, you know, there are town guards and people hawking wares and stuff, and there's like...
1 second. Oh, really, Streamlabs? That really, Discord? That's great. I can't turn myself down.
Give me a second.
Yes.
Also, I would like to acknowledge, yes, Moogle, that's my character. We officially have art of her.
I think I can. Hold on.
I can turn you down. Don't worry about it. Done. Oh, crap. Mic check.
I wish you'd let me handle that. Like, how loud am I? Because I've just turned myself down at the same time as you've turned me down.
I don't notice a huge difference. You're still very audible to me. But you're not... You talking no longer brings your voice into the yellow on my capture, so that's good.
Okay, cool. So it's probably both have helped then. Lovely.
All right. So.
All right, so into town.
Into town. All right. So there's, you know, it's actually a pretty nice town. Like, there's proper walls. It's well constructed. A lot of the people are wearing pretty nice stuff. Like, there's still wealth disparity among citizens, but like, standard of living here seems pretty high at a glance. And
are people like... Given I haven't been here for all the rest of it, are people here, like, noticeably, like, maybe happier, maybe weirdly happier compared to elsewhere we've been?
Like, no one's... people just seem to be going about their business. There's not a... I wouldn't say the town, or the mood of the town is, like, crazy jovial, per se, but,
I'm basically trying to figure out if we've wandered into Dulox, so...
Oh, no, nothing like that. No.
So wandering in, what are the people wandering around? What do they look like?
Just like bog standard people, pretty nice clothing. Like they look like merchants or shopkeepers. Like some of them are artisans, and they're like wearing like, aprons and tools and whatever else. Yeah, like
Okay.
some of the stalls and shops that you see are particularly nice. Not the shops themselves, but the wares. The quality of the wares here seems particularly high.
How are people reacting to us?
A few people are like, a little curious about some unfamiliar faces, but no one seems to be paying close attention to you.
Okay. I mean, to any of us, not just Yersinia. I figure she's kind of whatever.
A couple of people have noticed Yersinia and seem confused. They're looking at Yersinia. They like give her a quick one every now and then. Someone will look at Yersinia, give her a quick once over, and then like look puzzled, and like every now and then someone will give her some alms. But no one's no one seems to be paying too much attention to you guys.
If you lean really close, you can hear, "This is what we've been reduced to," coming out of the inside of Yersinia's hump.
Oh dear. Oh no.
So it's back-breaking labor being a nun sometimes.
Oh god.
Yep.
And
thank you.
Begins.
First things first. Graveyard. Do we see one? What is the state of it, if we do?
Graveyard is... there is a graveyard. It's pretty prominent. It's attached to the, like, side of the town. You can see it walking in, and it is... Like, it's not just well-kept, it's nice. Like...
the Rolls-Royce of graveyards?
Pretty goddamn much. Like... All of the tombstones and monuments are really elaborate, or even the ones that are, like, kind of simple are the, like, that understated sort of simplicity that's like, still shows off how well made it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything's a lot of sharp edges, or, like, nice corners, or, like, patterns, the engravings.
Cool. Yeah. What was the I've got it written down, I think. The name of the vampire family. The Stormkirk.
Oh, the Stromkirks.
That was it, the Stormkirks. The Stromkirks, thank you, I misread that.
No
Stromkirks. Okay. Well, I'm going to at a normal pace. I'm going to head towards the graveyard and sort of have just a general look around to see, not like investigating, like going up to every grave, but just have a general look, as though I am there to find the right grave for the to see if the Stromkirk name is anywhere on any of these graves.
So you're wandering through, and
I suppose actually, given it's like a very well nice one, is there like a mausoleum?
There are
anywhere in this graveyard?
Mausoleums, yes.
Okay, just again very casually looking over where, because I'm guessing like the name of the family is prominently displayed if you've got a mausoleum on these ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just very casually looking to see if any of these belong to the Stromkirk family.
Interestingly enough, no.
Also, so if we're at the graveyard, that means, are we close to that church? The one we saw that was all like, I can't remember, because last time we talked about how there's like gibbets with corpses, and it looked like everything else looked fine, but the cathedral was trashed.
The cathedral is still
the cathedral had been like
absolutely
ransacked
trashed.
to the angel had been destroyed or turned to rubble, and there were like two people there were like two cages hanging out front.
Yeah, those are still very there.
And are those close to the graveyard? Because I figure dead people,
particularly, actually.
Okay, interesting.
Okay, interesting. Yeah. Okay, so that answers it right. So sort of go back up to the group, and it's like there's no sign of the Stromkirk name, which is to be expected, but at the same time seems to suggest that they either have tombs elsewhere or have always been vampiric in nature. And okay, go up to the.
Yeah, let's let's go and look at that church. See what's happened in this town.
I'm sorry, young lady. Could you say that a bit louder? I couldn't hear that quite there.
I said, young man, let's go and look at that fucking cathedral.
Oh, I didn't realize we were working with a were sheep. That's fantastic. And then head towards the cathedral.
Bite my entire ass.
I'm not interested in were sheep like that. So, now that we're closer to the church, is there anything that we
united do a little bit of animal husbandry?
Not that kind of roleplay.
Fuck.
So.
Oh, God damn it!
God damn it,
Moogle's at it too.
Yeah, that's Moogle strikes me as a bleating heart in chat, really.
God. And it begins. Now the game has truly begun.
I mean, the story was always going to be a little bit woolly, so.
Yeah, it behooves us to make these kind of jokes. So.
Do sheep? I do think sheep technically have hooves. I think they're cloven hooves.
They're cloven hooves. Yeah,
I think so. I might just be ramming in a pun there to make sense, but
God damn.
If you keep this up, we're gonna put you on the lam.
Hey. I intend to be the goat of this stream, all right?
For the love of fuck!
Do you mean you're going to be the butt of the joke?
Oh, don't look. Hey, I don't need this to be another nanny day, okay? Honestly.
I love
I guess
this.
we'll just chevre this argument for a bit.
I don't get that one. That's annoying.
I look forward to this every week. All right. So, the cathedral is up close. The damage
covered in sheep.
Up close, the cathedral is more. It's more
a giant sheep. No,
for the love of.
Okay. Let's just put a pin in this for 5 seconds and find out what the cathedral looks like. God damn it.
The cathedral. Right. The cathedral. Okay. The cathedral is it's more damage than it looked from a distance. Interestingly, some of the new headstones and more recent grave markers, and there does seem to have been an influx of them rather recently. Seem to have been made of the same stone as the cathedral.
Recycling.
Up close, the bodies in the cages that are at this point just skeletons. What's left of their clothing is like robes, and they're beaten to hell and tattered and bad, but
these are the guys in the gibbets, right?
Yeah, they were Abyssinian priest robes. One of them is still wearing an Abyssinian pendant or necklace.
Okay.
Interesting.
But
do we look? Are there? Out of curiosity, is there anything like? After something like this, because I'm guessing whatever this was pretty dramatic, is there anything like, are there, especially with gibbets and with public execution, oftentimes there's some piece of writing nailed to something that explains at least some of what's going on. There's no point in publicly exhibiting corpses without letting people going by know what the fuck they did.
Oh yeah, no.
Where is that, and can we read it?
Yes and yes. All right, so attached to the cages themselves are like again, like surprisingly well crafted signs, like with like there's just like you know how like signposts will have a couple of chains and then a small hanging sign?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that off of the cages, and it just says it essentially was just like worshippers of Avacyn, or these worshippers of Avacyn attempted to bring the angel's wrath upon us.
Why is your city kind of flicks one of these with her cane, or like pokes it with her cane, quotation marks,
and
it's like, why is everything here so fucking well made? This is why would it? But no, come on, guys. Why would anyone bother? Like, by the way, she's forgotten.
I do like she's forgotten the voice.
Why would anyone bother? Alms. Fuck. Alms.
Sheep for a 3. So the front doors of the cathedral closed over, open for the whole world to see.
It's open. The cathedral is largely empty.
Yeah.
And like, you know, they've been for what it's worth, they have been taking it apart pretty systematically. Like they started at the top and have been harvesting stone. Some of the windows are just straight up broken, but for the most part, it's just been left open to the elements.
Sure.
Is there anybody that's noticeably not touched? Or like anything around it, like any outbuildings or like secondary shrines, because we know there's these other angels. Are there any other like anything that's been left intact that's interesting? Not just like, oh, they didn't burn down the garden shed.
Yeah, no. Nothing particular. There's like a little housing thing that you know, like all of the holy symbols on it have been expunged or removed. Like you can tell that some of the stones on it are new. But for the most part.
So that's like, is it like the rectory, like where the priests would sleep?
Yeah,
that's been left. Okay.
Yep, like the rectory is fine. But beyond that, no, not really. Anything to do with the religion itself seems to have just been like just gone from it.
Okay. Interesting.
Is there anybody about taking down stone to be used?
Not at the moment. You do see small piles of very neatly stacked stone blocks near the base of it.
Mm-hmm.
But no one is actively taking it apart further of yet.
Okay. Cool. So there's no one about. All the religious symbols have been removed. We can deduce what happened to the people here.
I'm deducing it was a bad fucking time.
From where we are, do we see anybody? Not watching us, but where's like from where we are? Can we see like a person wandering about doing their day?
Yeah, like there's plenty of people just out in market buying things. There's people trading, hawking wares, that sort of thing.
Is there somebody? Yeah, is there somebody like selling fruits or like fresh bread or stuff that was clearly made that morning or that day?
Yes.
Cool. I go up to the person. I'm looking. I go up to whatever passes for a baker or a bakery. I go there.
Yeah, there straight up is one.
Lovely.
Like there's
hello. Good morning.
Hello.
Sorry. Please carry on with your description.
Oh, no, there's just a proper, like, bakery. It's not anything crazy fancy. Like, this place isn't... It's not ritzy, but everything is of pretty high quality.
I'm imagining, like, in parts of France or Germany, like, those really nice bakeries that have been there for, like, hundreds of years. And as you so it's not Ritz, but it's like you walk in,
but it's really nice. Good.
Yeah, it's really nice, and it's freshly made by family business or by a business that's been passed on for like years and years and years. Lovely. Okay, I just wanted to. Hello. Yes. The smell of fresh bread is so welcome. We've just wandered in to town. I was wondering if I could get a couple of loaves and any of your nicest pastries that are just fresh out the oven.
Oh, of course. And yeah, they're
somewhere
like,
in the background, alms. Continue.
And if I could get something extra for that very kind nun that's wandering about, that's so I feel she's probably not had a good meal for some time.
Of course, here. And they give you like think a small, like not a full-sized pie, but like a smaller, like, you know, like
Pasty.
mini? Yeah, like a mini pie. And they're just like, here's
hand
a
pie.
Yes. Here's a fresh meat pie for the nun.
Oh,
and
thank you so much.
Oh, we're happy to help. And as for breads, we have and they just indicate like they have different kinds of bread available.
Oh,
They're like, are you looking for something more sweet? Just something that'll last you on the road? We have sweetbreads.
Sweetbread for now. Sweetbread for now for something for breakfast, but definitely something for the longer, if not for the road, at least for later on in the day. We've got a couple of we've got some decent pack rations. It'd be nice to make a actual meal out of them.
All right, and yeah, they give you like a bit of like bit of like sweet bread with like a honey glaze, and let's see,
nice.
a couple of give you like small loaves of sourdough bread, maybe that'll work for
nice. Yeah.
That'll work as like just good staple food. And they're like, as for pastries, how do you feel about what the hell are they called? Yeah. How do you feel about strudel? I think it is.
What do you imagine?
Yeah, what are you picturing?
I'm thinking either is it strudel or they're like,
what is it? Is it fruit in a casing?
Yeah, it's fruit in like a sort of flaky pastry shell.
Yeah, that's
strudel would work for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're like, how do you feel about strudel?
They're fucking delicious. I'll absolutely take some of them. This is Andrew talking, not Spencer right now.
Yeah.
I figured. I love strudels.
I'm not gonna lie, a meat pie sounds fucking amazing.
There we go. Cool.
Now the goal is make the chat hungry.
Yep.
Enjoy the food porn. I hope it's good.
I'm picturing like Studio Ghibli food, and it's making it worse.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
One of the best extras on for like there's a extra on the Spirited Away where they talk about how they did they filmed the bit where the parents eat the meal. And they talk about how in order for the I think it was the Japanese voice actress, or maybe the British voice, or maybe the English voice actress. They got them like an actual bucket of like food, and in order to replicate the actual proper sounds it would be of chewing that particular type of food. Yeah. So while this transaction's going on, while I'm doing this, it's like I have to say we might just be like spotted the nun, of course, but the church over there, I've seen a few bits and pieces along the road and different towns on the way, but what's the story with that? I've not seen anyone displayed outside like that. If you're okay to talk about it, of course.
No, they're looking at you like genuinely somewhat baffled. They're like, the angels turned against us and started burning down towns. And some of the holy men started talking about how we deserved all of it, and the town did not take kindly to that.
Absolutely. No, it's you again. Forgive me. The last few places we've been to, like on the road, I haven't. I've known of examples. I've seen, like, of course, I've known of examples out there. I've just not seen one as quite as prominent a place in a town. And
some of the people in the town were not particularly fond of the church to begin with, and the last time the town came through here, the last time the church sent representatives through here, it was bad. Like public executions of heretics, bad.
Gotcha.
By the way, Yersinia is wandering her way over
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So she hears this little bit about the heretics. She's like, heretics? What does one have to do to be a heretic in these parts? It seems like everyone's so nice.
Look, I got you a meat pie. Enjoy.
Oh, thank you, young man. Thank you for thinking of
welcome,
poor
Mama.
little old me.
You're very welcome, Mother Goat. And turn back.
Mother Capricus.
Mm-hmm. Mother Toriel. So.
All right.
Sorry. There was an actual question in there amongst the joke.
Yeah.
The heretics question, yeah.
As for the the woman turns and looks at her and is like, "You're wearing well, I've never seen a holy person like you before."
I'm from up in the mountains. Things are very different from where I come.
Well, as long as you don't worship the angels, I'm sure everything will be just fine.
No,
Not that there are any left to worship.
Oh?
Nah, not since they turned into that thing and... Well, those strangers took care of that a while ago. I don't know all the details, but I know the angels turned into these monstrous things. Avacyn was reportedly killed by the vampires, but the rest... there were a lot of the old Cathars, and people who fought for Avacyn changed their tune and started protecting the people. They went and brought the fight to them.
Okay. It always never ceases to surprise hearing stories of that nature. Sorry, mind went elsewhere. Thank you very much for these. These will set us up for the day and give them whatever they ask for.
Thank you so much. Hobble, hobble, hobble.
Very welcome. Hobble, hobble.
Enjoy.
Hobble, hobble, gobble, gobble. Bravo. Okay, so.
Oh my god.
Cool.
You mean so bravo? Moving on. Sorry.
I'm back. no, sorry. Christmas special. So while we're doing this routine, what's Havelock up to?
Havelock, for their part, is just wandering about. They're just taking a look around, seeing what's going on, seeing what people are up to. They're not interacting with too many people of yet, though they are perusing, they're definitely browsing at an herbalist's stall. Yeah, stall is a good... Yeah, they're perusing an herbalist's place.
Cool, so on the way back, it's like, okay, so... Church is definitely not liked here. People took care of that. Still not entirely sure where the Stromkirks are, or indeed what the relation to that group that attacked that thing last night are.
Also, still not totally sure what the church around here, or whatever, when the church came through what they considered heresy. Doesn't seem like they're likely to come through again, at least for a while.
I would imagine the bottom line of heresy here is the angels turn. The church decided they liked the angels more than the people. The people decided they didn't like them.
Apt.
Yeah, Havelock is just doing a bit of like bartering and haggling for some like stuff, and then seems to come back after a few minutes, putting away some like dried herbs and like a few different weird chemicals in away in their little pouch thing.
Cool.
All right. Well.
Yeah.
I didn't learn too much, but I did find some lovely herbs. And
oh, did you get any more of that stimulating white powder?
Lovely.
It's just like,
Is that what we're calling it now?
Yep, that is what we're calling it now.
And from the shadows emerges the dealer.
Actually, yeah, no. There is like a bright flash of light in the and like, there's that chime you're all so familiar with, and then a small burst of light, and then, from out of the alleyway, is saying those exact words, emerges Professor Whackbat. Ah, Professor, you've gotten past the worst of your fever, I see.
By gum, I did not let that monster keep me down.
Well, it's great to have you back.
Excuse me, hold up. Who the fuck is this?
This.
Havelock, are you perhaps being followed by some manner of hag creature?
Perhaps. Yes, we encountered this one along the road and thought it might be fun to take it on adventures with us.
I see. Well,
This is Yersinia Clymenus of the Nebulous Collection.
Ah. Well, I'm never not a gentleman, so I put on my gentleman face and hat. Ma'am, a pleasant morning, evening, it's hard to tell. A pleasant time of day to you. Bow, politeness, etc., etc.
And this is Professor Mulligan Whackbat, Ph.D.
I have no idea what those letters mean, but I suppose it's good to have
They
extra
stand
hands
for
on this.
Physics Hates Douchebags. It's engraved on the family crest.
I'll accept it.
I believe it.
I'm not familiar with that branch of Latin, but
I do wish I had a Latin translation for that right now, because
God, that'd be amazing. Oh my God.
I'll work on it. I'll work on it.
Yes. I need to commission Merc to make the Whackbat family crest.
Oh my
Perfect. All right. So.
Be a crowbar crossed with a potato masher.
God, I hope so.
So it would be.
Do we catch Whackbat up on what's been going on?
Yeah. We can just say that happens.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Unless you actually need a quick catch up.
Douchebags.
Wait, run that by me again?
I'll post it in general.
Yeah.
If you're using Google Translate for this, I warn you.
I
it's
did.
Really horrible.
Yeah.
I did use Google Translate.
Google Translate's rough on the best of days.
Yeah,
But this is the thing is,
good
like,
at
I feel like a Whackbat family crest needs a Google Translate version.
You know what? That's valid.
I may actually sit down with my old Latin books and come up with a real one at some point.
Do
because
it.
I'm
That would be
just
amazing.
fun.
That would be amazing.
I support it.
I'd love this. All right. So. Fuck. I don't know why that is making me laugh so much. All right. If you actually need to catch up,
you can give me a 2-sentence version of it. I imagine that's all Whackbat has the attention span for.
We made our way. We made it through the mountain pass, and we fought several monsters on the way. Oh, second sentence.
Dejected at me missing out on a perfectly good fisticuffs.
Yep.
But
second sentence. Vampires showed up. We hid.
I see.
Third sentence, angels have become evil tentacle monsters. You may or may not know this.
Oh yeah, I knew that part.
Okay, cool.
That was actually that actually is part of why I'm back. Is I'm curious if there is any remains of that, because I feel like things like angel bones would be really interesting.
We could do some magic with those.
Some material harmonics nonsense.
Bones.
Science could be done with angel bones, I think.
Yersine's like, I wonder if I could raise an angel from the dead. What the fuck does that look like?
Ooh.
I wonder what
Would it
kind
still
of...
be able to fly?
If I grind the bones,
we're gonna find out.
If I grind the bones into powder, I wonder what kind of properties they'd give to potions.
Well, snort it and find out.
Good idea.
Yes, bone fragments up the nose. I love it.
It'll be fine if we make it a very fine powder.
This is true.
Somebody get me my food processor.
Yup.
I sort of imagine Yersinia has just like the dire half-dragon version of a mortar and pestle.
Oh yeah, like back in the Nebulous collection, she's got a room that is full of nonsense.
Oh God, Sue, no. It's perfect. God, no! Fuck!
Yeah,
How did I not think of it? There it is. Yep.
I was waiting for somebody.
Damn it! I didn't think of it in time. Perfect. I've decided that the best skill to give Havelock would be just alchemy stuff. Because, I mean, let's be real here. They will use it to make useful things for the team, but mostly to find new and interesting ways to get high. Like,
of course.
Any self-respecting 19th century academic.
I was going to defeat the monsters, but I got high.
Yep.
Havelock's family crest is probably something in the vein of, we have ghosts in our blood, we shall do cocaine about it.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, Yersinia's crest is just, we do bones, motherfucker.
Of course. Alright. So, yeah, all caught up, and, let's try to find more leads on the Soul Gaze lantern, I suppose.
Lampturn?
Lampturn, yes. That's the word now, I've decided.
It is.
Yes.
It's a word. Anyway, moving on.
God damn it.
It was there. It sounded like you said it.
No,
moving
it worked.
So if we look around, obviously the church is a busted up mess. Is there anything that looks like a library, I don't want to call it, not chamber, a city hall,
I know what you mean.
Where,
yes.
Yeah, you get the idea. What does it look like?
It's not quite a longhouse. It's more, there's just a pretty big building in the center of, I'd say the center of the town is like an actual square. With the cathedral on one side, opposite it is, there's like 4 big buildings. One side, leads to like the market district area. The side opposite the church looks like some kind of, it just looks like a fancy building with like what you assume is the crest of the town, given that some of the people, some of the guards you have seen, do have that crest on their armor, yeah.
Okay.
Or they're wearing like a tabard with it on it. But yeah, like, so, similar to that, yeah, if there was a town hall, that would probably be it. And, let's see, the 4th side is, yeah, no, the 4th side leads to the graveyard, actually. There's like a nice little entrance area and a big building, but leads to the graveyards. It's a big graveyard.
I imagine.
Alright. But yeah.
Shall we head to that thing? I'm giving myself a few more minutes of normal voice before I have to go back to doddering nun.
Havelock looks at it and is just like, why not?
Let's go.
Okay.
Alms!
It does seem like where all the important people will be. And those are the best ones to shake down.
It's true. Well. And, yeah, so, you know, within a moment, you're at the door, and, Havelock's like, so do we knock, or... How does this work?
I feel like we all reach out to knock at the same time.
Yeah,
probably. And then we all just like look at each other and just like,
So it's like one massive knock that just makes the door shutter in its hinges, and then nothing.
Yes, and then we're all just standing there, too self-conscious to do anything else. And you do hear in a moment, they're like, 1 moment, please. And then someone, a very well-dressed man, comes to the door, and it opens, and they're like, can I help you?
Maybe.
They cock an eyebrow expectantly.
You want to continue that thought?
We suddenly realized we had no plan.
This person is dressed in like long, more like robes style like clothing. And there's this not quite like self-importance, but like just a very quiet confidence about this man. Ooh, and they're wearing half-moon spectacles.
Oh God, we're fighting Dumbledore. Think fast, think fast, think fast.
They're just standing there like, so can I help you? I am a rather busy man.
I pushed past and was like, I don't know what they're waiting for, but I don't know what they're all waiting for, but would it be possible to read up on the most recent history? I've been told that there's some fascinating literature on the recent times of here, and I'm trying to make a log of all the towns so far in recent times.
You want to hear what happened here for a chronicle?
Yes, absolutely. One that's going to be the most comprehensive the world's ever seen.
I see. Well, I could give you a few people to talk to.
Fantastic.
I led the town through the troubles we went through, but...
What is your name, good sir?
I do this every fucking time.
Yes, you do.
I'm literally looking at a name list right here. How about Tristan?
Tristan it is, yes.
Tristan.
Pleasure
to meet you.
Smith.
Jameson Spencer. Tristan Smith. Lovely to meet you. Jameson Spencer. Chronicler.
A pleasure to meet you.
Mm.
Well, I'm surprised to hear anyone's taken an interest in the town.
We are but a group of wandering scholars here. We're chronicling many of the current events and recent histories of Innistrad.
At that, looks you over for a second, and then, like, you see some things click into place, and there's, like... you can almost see written on the man's face, like, that's why they're all dressed like fucking weirdos. Okay.
I'm just imagining, you remember in Mulan the ugly concubines? It's that, except it's, academics.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, after hearing that that you're all academics, you know, everything just makes sense. So,
we come to learn.
Oh, God.
Yes, we do.
That we do.
Or dark academia.
I mean, that wasn't so much Spencer doing that as that was our crap, but I appreciate that everybody literally, this person has just watched someone do a pantomime cackle and 2 other people join in.
Yep, and they're just like, okay, well, I'm happy to answer any questions you might have. Please.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's
an
academic joke. It happened at the last conference. But could you show us in and show these people if it's possible?
Of course.
Sort of turns them, starts casually turning them round to bring them in.
Yep. Does open the door to the place and ushers you.
Wait. So we've opened the door.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have to get on the floor?
And then is everyone going to rock the dinosaur?
Yes, exactly.
God damn it.
Mm-mm.
I hate that I immediately got what you said, and I'm like, no. Why?
I mean, it could happen on a night like this, albeit 40 million years ago.
God damn it, moving on.
Who's gonna light a cigarette? I need to know.
Anyway.
Well, I'm sure that Hemlock has matches.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, Havelock can also just use magic to light cigarettes.
Perfect. When the sun is getting high, of course.
Anyway,
so we go inside, we all totter on in. What's it like inside the building?
Can I just appreciate the fact that both the GM and one of the players were like, anyway.
Yep. I'm very used to this. So, the inside of the place is, how to put this? The inside is like, you know how like old money will decorate a place?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of very. Well, look who's decided to join us. Welcome.
Very tastefully opulent.
The spray bottle.
Yeah, very, very tastefully, like you know, the understated sort of
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and yes, and
so anything that was bought and anything that was bought and made with slave money got you.
Yeah, huh? Oh yeah. There's a couple of busts here and there. There's a portrait of the
money is.
Yep. There's a portrait of the of like the current mayor, headman, hard to tell. Who
important dude.
Yeah, there's a picture of the important dude ushering you through this area to another.
What is do we catch the name on the portrait, or is it like literally we just
saw
it and then we were gone?
There is, and it says that their name is Tristan Smith.
Yep.
Does
Village
it say important
headman.
Dude?
Yes, the words important dude.
Important dude.
Dudious Maximus.
I like the idea. I like the idea that it actually has something properly written, and then some teenage gobshite has kind of scrolled over it and written Dudious Maximus.
I mean, honestly, if you think about it, like this is the head of town. How much do you want to bet that they like take the teenagers here as sort of a mini field trip?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
someone has absolutely casually scrolled that.
We absolutely passed a little book open that you can write stuff in.
Yes.
Like on your way, like, how was your visit today?
Yeah. And if you glance in it, you can see it's like normal guest book entry, normal guest book entry, normal guest book entry, a name that is just a series of penises.
Well, we don't know that. We haven't looked at the book yet. We have to look at the book before we leave, though. This is priority number one. I don't care about the Soul Gaze Lantern anymore. I want to know what's written in the guest book.
Oh my god.
There it is.
Wait. No one playing this game right now or listening in chat, it cares a damn about the Soul Gaze Lantern anymore. We all want to know what's in this fucking guest book.
There's dicks in the guest book.
Probably.
I haven't hit anything in 2 weeks.
Maybe. Maybe there's books in the dicks. Maybe there's dick jokes. Maybe there's a nude picture at the back. We don't know, but we need to find out.
We need to find out. All right, but
So yeah, on more purpose in my life.
On a very prominent lectern, there is like a very nice book. That is the guest book. And it is like leather bound, metal edges, corners, the spine as well.
Reinforced metal studded corners.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for protection and stuff. Yeah.
Yep. And like on a plaque affixed to the front of it, it just says guest book.
We'll come back to that. We will come back to that. Or I will come back to it.
Yeah, you will.
I will.
Yeah, your Cinia is following Tristan.
All right. So Tristan leads you into a yeah. Leads you into a very handsomely appointed study. There's like floor-to-ceiling
Who's the
shelves.
handsome person that's been Who's the handsome person that's been appointed to?
There are floor-to-ceiling shelves. There are.
Aww.
We're not falling for it any longer, Arcrat.
No, still.
Yep, floor-to-ceiling
Yes.
shelves. Like a lot of comfy-looking, overstuffed chairs. All of the upholstery is mint green leather. Yep.
Yersinia
Old
kind of
money
looks at her
colors.
dirt-smudged hands, looks at the couch, really resists an urge to just wipe a hand all over it.
Havelock, not Havelock, Spencer have done it again. There we go. That's the tradition of every game now. Spencer takes one look at the couch, looks at Yersinia's hands, and resists the urge to lean over and go, please do it.
Maybe later. Give me a minute.
The man sits.
Let me know when you want to. Oh, is there is this like is there tea and biscuits laid out? Is it clear that this is the fancy room that they bring people to? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What type of biscuits?
And we're back on the food train.
Yeah, we're back to food. Okay.
This guy does nothing but like entertain people with money all day. His biscuit choice is like dependent on a successful transaction.
Yep. Let's see.
Also,
There's
he's
some
old like money, so like his biscuit choices are either going to be fantastic or really horrible.
There's some nice shortbreads, some thumbprint cookies with different jams at the center. Some
and one cookie with anchovies stuck in it.
Oh God.
Of course there is.
Anchovies.
Everything.
I love anchovies.
I do not.
Anchovies are fantastic.
Oh well, it's like okay then. Spencer goes like, oh, this is we've got some fantastic fresh bread from the market just now. May we partake in some? We're more, of course, than to share with yourself if you would like something.
And
hey, I don't know if they've eaten. Food is a good bribery.
We're trying to bribe the headman with like food from the bakery. What the fuck?
Fresh.
He's like
fresh food.
He sits down and smiles and is like, "Oh, by all means, enjoy your food. I already had a lovely breakfast from the bakery this morning. They do an absolutely magnificent bacon sandwich. You simply must try it."
I had one of their meat pies. It was excellent. Meanwhile, Yersinia, by the way, is perusing the bookshelves.
Absolutely.
Havelock is
and she's
sitting
doing
down.
it in such a way that makes it just look like she's a little old lady, like tottering along. As much as a 6 foot tall nightmare necromancer can make that look apt.
The hunchback helps.
The hunchback really helps.
The former bookstore person in me would be like, I'd go straight up and like ask if they need a hand with anything.
Oh no, young man, it's quite fine.
Have you checked anything in the buy one? I'm fine. Fuck off. Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm fine. Get off my case.
Yes. Have you got anything on porn? Yeah, actually, over in this section. Come inside. Have you read Lord Byron?
Well,
yes, I have. I knew Lord Byron.
Yeah.
Biblically, you know. Anyway.
Another unsatisfying threesome with Lord Byron.
With Lord Byron,
if I must.
So what kind of curios does this guy have? Anything fun in a jar?
Let's see. It is a coastal town. There is a ship in a bottle.
Nice.
Of course.
Oh, is there a little, like, lighthouse figurine as well, then?
Paintings of ships on the wall.
Yeah.
There is the occasional painting on the wall. Although it's not of ships, it's of, what look like captains, maybe?
Oh.
Interesting.
And they don't look like this person's...
old money, so, like... in that case, if they're pictured on the wall of ship captains, sort of, while Yesenia's perusing the books, then Spencer will keep this douchebag occupied.
That's gonna keep chatting him up.
So it sort of goes, oh, I couldn't help notice the magnificent portraits on the wall. Family members, anyone of an import?
old headmen of the town here and there. The town hall is it does have a residential part to it, a suite for the headmen to stay in, but
fantastic. And takes out a notepad and pen. It's like, can you tell me more about the specific individuals and if they played a part in the history of the town at any point? And sort of sits down directly, maintaining eye contact with this guy, directly sits down across from them.
And Spen's like, well, if you'd like, yes, the town was founded by, and I am not doing this. This is not going to be the next few hours.
So just as a summary, how much time do I buy Yesenia to literally go through the fucking shelf?
Yeah.
Oh, there's plenty. This man loves to hear himself talk.
Perfect. Essentially.
So what am I seeing? What is Yesenia seeing?
Yep. Also, for the record, he does pick up and offer like everyone cigars.
Yersinia totally accepts one and is like now exuding smoke out of her hood.
Yep. Havelock, of course, takes one and is smoking it in the most like aristocratic, scholarly way possible.
Spencer spends a minute basically like sniffing the thing, rattling off every piece of information he's ever learned about cigars from Havelock and Whackbat, and then pockets it for later. And then resumes, immediately points at a picture of a headman away from where Yesenia is and starts asking questions about them, pointing at it, doing every sleight of hand trick in the fucking book in order to keep this guy talking and looking away from Yesenia, while also keeping an eye on where Yesenia is, so that every time she moves, he's pointing, this guy is facing the opposite direction.
That is an interesting image, Moogle, and I like it. But yes, maybe. I mean, pictured here, Yesenia.
Yesenia.
Yep. And but let's see. So.
Yeah, what am I seeing? Or what's Yesenia seeing?
For the most part, it's like, it's just an educated person's library. So, like, a lot of it is like, small books on physics, chemistry, natural sciences, a couple not encyclopedias as we'd understand them, but like, you get the idea.
Bestiaries, botany books, that kind of thing.
Also, one entire row in one of the shelves is dedicated entirely to the journals of previous headmen.
Interesting.
All the headmen keep journals, apparently.
While speaking to...
Okay. I'm gonna keep... Is there anything else that Yersinia sees? Anything else interesting besides those books, or is it just kind of just generic expensive stuff and then these journal?
There's a few books on religion, philosophy, and like some magic stuff, but there's also like books of old legends and tales and that kind of thing.
Okay. Is there anything that really stands out as being old or being unique or maybe even being yanked from the church before it got torn to shreds?
A few of the books look very gilded, including
very gilded. Okay.
Like one looks like it was very like it just talks about like let's see, what's a good yeah, there's a titled, we could call it, I don't know, Items of Power.
Okay. Alright, so we need books.
Sorry, I'm idly snacking while I do this.
So we need books on magical objects because we're looking for that Soul Gaze lantern, and we need books about history to know what the hell's going on, and we really need it about recent history, so I need his journal.
Yeah.
And also, maybe a religion book if I can get away with it.
Anything on the vampire families as well.
Well, that's the idea of the history. Specifically his journal, because if this stuff has changed and this is recent, we want his writing. We want to know what happened and how the vampires have been involved recently, because clearly they seem to be defending the town.
Sure. The other thing I was wondering is because they are such a rich and affluent family, is whether the Stromkirks actually have like a personal recorded chronicle themselves on those shelves.
That's a good question.
Also, are they protecting the town because they care about it, or is it sort of a protecting
livestock?
Because it's their turf or something else kind of thing.
Yeah, what's their stake in protecting the town?
Yeah.
If there's a book on and how am I going to do this? Sorry, you were going to say something.
I was going to say, like, so we want again.
Well, the other
I've got an idea for how to take all of these and not get caught and not get doing it. So
the other thing I was thinking of is if there's anything to do with like, so you're looking at history. So anything on the history in terms of like development of the town, or like the Stromkirk if there's I don't know what the Stromkirks live in, like a mansion or something, just old architectural plans to show us like what was or what still is.
I should mention about the town in general. There is a very, very large, very like fancy, even from a distance looking manor house up on the hill. Kind of overlooking the town.
Yeah.
Ask about that, Arkrat, or Spencer. Meanwhile, I don't know whether I have to roll for this. So Yersinia picked a couple of books that she wants. And as she's gone around, she's actually taken like the cigar ash and used it to like stripe the spines of a couple of the books that she wants, so she can come back for them even if right now doesn't work. But what she's gonna try to do is, while she's all hunched over with her hood like mostly over her face, there's going to be a long skeletal arm that slithers out of that hood and pulls the book into the hump. Do I need to roll for this, or is he distracted enough?
Give me a moment. All right, let's see. How distracted is our headman here?
So they are turned away. I'm engaging them in conversation the entire time.
And being extra annoying about it, too.
And I'm
earnest.
keeping... the conversation on... like, I don't know if I've clocked what Yersinia is doing, but I've definitely like been keeping the conversation... Like, every second conversation is on them. In some form.
Yeah.
So, like, use that, however.
Okay. In that case... Yeah. No, Headman is very happy to, just keep on talking. So, straight up does not notice.
Okay, doesn't notice that his books are casually sliding into the nun's hump.
Nope.
I've heard it called many things, but not sliding a book into a nun's hump.
Oh, God. Moving on.
All right.
So I presume then that we get his journal, we get the book on objects, we get one like religious tome that looks like it came out of the old place, and whatever history book looks the most important.
Okay. Sounds good.
God damn it, Kitty.
There it is.
At which point, once this happens, Yersinia kind of totters over and leans heavily on Whackbat and goes, "I'm sorry, I'm just a little woman. Is there a place we could go for tonight that might offer shelter for my old bones?"
Oh, I'm certain we can find an inn.
Yeah. Headman, upon hearing you talk about, or asking about places to stay, Headman's like, "Oh, yes, of course, I must."
He's not just the headman, he's the local Yelp review system.
I simply must recommend the local,
Yes.
Let's see. What shall we call the tavern/inn?
The tavern slasher inn. The tavern slashers inn.
God damn it. How about the... I don't remember where I got the Bannered Mare from, but I feel like it might be Skyrim.
Just rock with it.
But we're going with it.
Yeah, Skyrim, or I was going to say... No, I'm thinking of the Prancing Pony. So, yeah, Bannered Mare, Skyrim.
Yep.
Prancing Pony is firmly Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Please let me read that on stream, Tolkien.
One day.
One day. If I'm a very, very good Arcrat and I ask very nicely and maybe pay a licensing fee.
There it is.
Capitalism. That, to be fair, like, hey, Tolkien estate, do what they want with it.
Apparently they can.
Before we head off as well, like to wherever they have recommended, I ask a thing as well. This is fantastic. Thank you all for this information. To build up a better history, obviously, like to look at chronologies. Is there anything in terms of architectural history? Obviously, the church is what it is now. Is there anything of the older scale that would describe what the church used to look like, the greater town, any passages that were used in those great things, anything that would allow me to really paint the pictures accurately and as excitingly as possible for this chronicle?
The public library. A bit of a new concept here, I think, but the idea of a place to store all of our books and make them available to everyone. It's a relatively new innovation. I believe our town may have... he at this point looks almost kind of smug, and he's like, "Yes, I suggested that our town pioneer such a thing."
Oh, fantastic! A publicly available library of information. That's fantastic.
I wasn't planning on making this guy this way. He just kind of turned into this as we played.
It's really fun though. It's really fun.
Yes.
We haven't had a proper like douchebag up to this point. We've had good guys and decent guys, and like Spencer's been the closest with like the jokes they've played. But yeah.
Yeah, we haven't had any.
I haven't had a real proper pompous windbag yet.
Those creatures are back in the chat, by the way. Are we gonna have an encounter?
Oh no, not yet, not yet,
1, 2, 3,
no.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of... Oh boy! All right.
Yeah.
10 of... And suddenly the wall shattered!
No,
please. Can we please?
No.
Can I ask, can Havelock cast timeout? Is that they got that prepared for the day?
All right. In all
do we start to meander to the not the Prancing Pony? Fuck.
Oh, one thing I do.
It could be the Prancing Pony if you prefer.
I want to ask Tristan Taylor here. I want to ask Tristan again.
Justin Taylor.
Oh God.
I think I was making a Yu-Gi-Oh joke, but I'm not sure.
Oh no.
Yeah, I turn to them and say, like, thank you so much. In terms of coming back to read more of this collection, everything must stay in the building, or are we able to take something away and bring it back at some point under supervision? What are the rules regarding chronicling and studying the texts here?
Well, I'm sure that you academic types understand the importance of preserving books.
Oh God, absolutely.
So, and he hands... he opens his, he, like, takes a key out from under, like, he's wearing it around his neck under his shirt. And, like, takes his key out and, like, unlocks a desk drawer and opens it and takes out these little, these small, yeah, fuck it, let's go with, like, these little medallions that are, like, emblazoned with the symbol of the city. And he's like, show these to the library staff, and they'll allow you to take what you need. You are, after all, you are my honored guests.
Thank you.
Thank you,
so
young
much.
man.
It's been genuine pleasure to shake their hand nicely but firmly, kind of thing. Thank you so much.
Havelock, for their part, has just as all of this has been going on, has been like chomping on their cigar, and more importantly, has been seems to have been like sketching up like different parts of the room, and of actually has like does show Jameson a sketch of it's Jameson and Tristan talking about a portrait, and it looks very nice and stylized.
And in the background, you can see Yersinia with you leaning towards a bookshelf, and there's just a hand coming out of the hood.
Yes. Yep.
Oh, so it's basically the picture in a horror movie where they stare at it normally and then they notice the thing in the corner.
Yeah, exactly.
And then there's a jump cut to a scare, and Christopher Lee is behind them going, "I see you know the truth now."
Kitty, have you never heard the expression "chomping on a cigar" before?
I mean, depends what kind of Google's internet searches you do, really.
Oh God.
And on that note, so we had.
Do we get the hell out of here?
Yeah, no, you get the fuck out of there.
1 second. Before we leave,
of course,
I would like to check the guest book.
There it is.
You can check the fucking guest book. I'm going down to the Prancing Pony. Fuck you.
I mean, it's the Ban and Mare, but if you want to go to another pub, by all means.
It could be the Prancing Pony.
Young man.
It can be whatever.
I mean, you got to buy me dinner first. So, guest book. Guest book.
Fine.
Oh, God. Now I have to come up with content for a guest book. God damn it, Andrew.
I telegraphed this 20 minutes ago.
I've been making up everything on the fly.
You're a GM. You always make things up on the fly.
I know. Anyway,
the book is full of penises. Move on.
The book is mysteriously gone. Yep, mysteriously gone.
Looks even larger.
You just see
the guest book is gone.
You just see a note. You see a note hastily pinned to it on parchment in what it must be admitted, immaculate, gorgeous calligraphy that just says "mine," but with a Y. And just it's like, oh, what is?
I think, are there any clues?
Oh God!
Someone has absconded with the guest book again.
Is this a common occurrence?
It's probably the local. It's like probably some of the. And he takes a moment to compose it. And he's like, it's probably just the. And you can tell he's saying this through gritted teeth, not literally, but metaphorically. It's probably just those local youths, those rapscallion youths, just having a bit of fun with the mayor.
Yersinia goes, are they the ones who defaced your very nice portraits plaque? And she points to the douchebaggiest Maximus thing that's been written on there.
He looks confused. He looks at that. Looks for a moment you just see blind, hateful rage.
He just goes completely red in the face. It just
and then almost like channels being changed on a TV, it is just gone in an instant. And he's like, yes, the local youths, they do like to have fun.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go and find some of the local youths.
Yes, Kitty, the local youths who are younger than us.
Yes. The asshole teenagers. So
okay.
Yep.
Well, with this tragic mystery to solve.
Also, thank you, Kitty. That was a lovely idea, and I liked it so much more.
That's amazing.
I like the idea that the town just has a teenager problem.
Yup.
Yep. Can we see any? Is there anybody of any description clearly round the corner, waiting to see if Tristan emerges, snickering away?
As we all go out the door.
Yeah, no. As you're heading out the door, you do see. Let's see. You think you see a shadow disappear down one of the alleys.
Ooh. I go to. Under believing that this might be someone who is actually watched us enter and leave.
Mm-hmm.
I go to look down the alley to see if I can see who it might be.
don't see. You see a pale visage with incredible hair and immaculate makeup.
Oh my god.
No, no.
Can romance bloom in the
gutter?
What the fuck is this game called? Yeah, that. Okay, let's go with that.
No,
Gavanoy?
I was just like,
in Gavanoy. Yes, thank you.
Do I believe the figure to be an angel?
Oh my god.
Oh god.
No, you're describing a figure with like immaculate makeup and hair.
That was a joke. It's not actually what you said.
I know, but I'm writing this to fucking like ruin. So go with it.
Great.
Yeah, if this figure is standing there with immaculate hair and like makeup, do I believe them to be an angel? And am I particularly worried?
Nothing about them seems particularly like no.
Okay.
You know in this world at least that angels have wings and you see no wings.
Okay. Are they holding on to the book?
No. At least not that you can tell.
What are they doing?
They're there. People walk around.
They're just there, making unsettling, unblinking eye contact with you.
Oh. Oh, you mean like Havelock on a bad day? All right, I don't care. I turn around.
Yersinia, meanwhile, is already halfway to the Bannered Mare, whatever the fuck we're calling this place.
Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. I join them at the whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
I'm referring to it as the Mannered Bear. They're very polite.
Yeah. Mannered Bear, I like it. I like
it.
Perfect.
The Mannered Bear. Yes, I like that better.
Mannered Bear. Yeah.
It's the actual sign is a picture of a bear sitting in a very, very nice burgundy leather chair with studs, wearing a smoking jacket and a book on manners.
Yes. Perfect. Yes, that's exactly it.
Yes. The Mannered Bear. It's perfect.
Actually, their signature ale is called the Ursa's Monocle.
I love it.
Oh my god. Oh, it's got to be some kind of like mead and maybe a honey liqueur.
Actually, around where I live, there's a place that makes it's called Ursae Majoris, and it's this unbelievably like rich dark beer.
I've just had a weird idea. Shit, I think I have the ingredients to make this right now. Some ginger liqueur, maybe some Baron Jaeger and mead? I don't know how that would all taste.
Well, experiment later.
Find out.
I mean, there is a category on stream on Twitch called like brewing, so you could just put a camera up and turn this into a brewing stream now.
I could, but we're all having such fun.
Indeed.
All right. Let's see here.
With the quest beginning for the guest book.
Yes. Yes, yeah. Soul Gaze Lantern, the fuck is that? I'm here for the guest book. All right. But
okay.
So, before you turn to leave, I've decided, because it's more fun / unsettling, that the person in the alley is in fact like a little girl. And before you turn to leave, Jameson, they're like, you're new here, yes?
As new as anybody else.
And
And you are?
My name is Priscilla.
I'm asking.
Of course it's Priscilla.
Hello, Your Majesty.
And she, like, at that, she genuinely curtsies.
How goes it in your kingdom today?
Well, the subjects flit about to and fro.
Would any of them have happened to have lifted a guest book by any chance?
She grins devilishly and just like, like, it just seems to almost appear in her hands. Not literally, like she takes it out from somewhere, but you're not sure how she was carrying it without any sort of a... Ooh, honey rum sounds amazing, Moogle.
I'm just picturing the scene from Road to El Dorado. Where did she get that? Where was she keeping it?
Yeah, exactly. It's that.
So sort of turns and it's like, learns magic tricks at all sorts of ages. Rather impressive.
Indeed. Well, She's like, well, I do like to keep that boring old headman on his toes. The last one was more interesting.
Did he talk as much?
Oh, a lot of them love to. The one before him wasn't terrible, though.
Your Majesty, a question for you. The house on the hill belong to the Stromkirks?
Pause.
Hello. All right. But yeah.
Genuinely thought I'd been disconnected from Discord there. I didn't hear anybody.
Yeah. Yes, no?
Nick?
Nick?
Oh, yes, I'm here. Hello, friends.
Hello, couldn't hear you for a long time. Were you I suppose you were just on a call or something?
Oh, no, the internet was being real weird for a moment.
Okay.
Got you.
Yeah, seems to have come back.
Yay!
Right.
In case you didn't hear what I said, Jameson basically asked Priscilla if the house on the hill belonged to the Stromkirk family.
Yeah. She's like, oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the family house.
Wonder if she's part of him.
She's like, yeah, that's the family house. Daddy owns it.
Do you know them well at all? Exactly what I'm thinking. Amazing. Is it just yourself and Daddy, or is it a big family?
Oh, we're a pretty big family. When did and for a moment, the youthful facade drops, and she's like, had to have been sired, what, 300-400 years ago now?
That recently? Wow. Incredible.
It is.
Sorry.
It is great how I can keep up my looks, isn't it?
Do you know something? I was saying to Tristan that I'm looking to Kitty.
Yep. It's all very put up.
Banish thy evil. So it's like, I'm trying to chronicle as much about the history of this town as possible and various things. I don't suppose it would be possible to. I mean, if the family is yourself and your father and others aren't too busy to seek an audience, get an interview.
You want to talk to us?
Of course. If you're as storied as you seem, it would be amazing to hear about the goings-on of the town and the greater history involved in it. I'm trying to get as grand a picture of the entire world as possible for publication.
Well, I can't promise you an audience with the esteemed Runo Stromkirk, but I suppose I could gather a few of my siblings. See if we can't share a tale or two for you.
That would be perfect. Where is good to go for those kind of things in town? A nice public area that would be good to have a chat.
Oh, we can go to the manor house directly if you'd like.
If that's okay, I don't want to intrude.
Oh, not at all. You'd be our guests.
I could only stay about an hour if that were okay, just to get some details before going to the next leg of understanding, if that's all right.
Why does this feel like having an old friend for dinner sort of thing?
I was going to say, this feels like the part in the horror movie where the white people say, let's split up.
What's the worst that could happen?
With the long pauses from the GM as well, it's even more sinister.
Have fun there, Scooby-Doo.
Oh, give me a second to book in the time properly. They're a busy family. I'm not seeing them today.
Don't get me wrong. Mulligan is absolutely the type to walk directly into a haunted or otherwise cursed situation.
I mean, Yersinia would like to join in. She's just got a rib cage full of books on her back.
Yeah. Again, give me half a bloody chance and we'll get something sorted.
I believe in you.
That's not. Do you have a backup rib cage there, just to clarify?
You've not gotten. You'll find out what's going on.
Very good.
That's one of the reasons. Whackbat is not actually seen Yersinia in her full her full glory.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you okay?
Oh yeah, no, I'm fine. That time it was just something.
Oh, okay.
No, just family wanted to talk about something real quick. Anyway,
got you.
So, back to it.
Yes.
Yeah, she just, she leads you. She ushers you, to follow. She's like, "Do you have friends with you?"
Yes, unfortunately, we can't do today, which is where I wish to speak to you about time and date, if that's all right.
Oh, if you'd prefer another day, that's fine.
Absolutely. When is the next available day in your calendar? Bring out a notepad and pen.
It's like
Nerd.
nothing so.
It's called disguise.
She's just like, "Oh, we don't. Nothing too formally exciting is happening. It's if tomorrow works better."
If tomorrow works fine.
All right.
And just come up to the house and just knock on the door, or is there a more formal greeting we should do?
Oh, I'll find you. Don't worry.
Lovely. I'll make a call for you tomorrow then, I suppose.
Hmm.
And leave. Sorry.
No, she's just like, "Well, have a nice day."
You too. And head off and join them back in the pub.
Yeah, and she just disappears down the alley, and that's that.
Cool.
But yeah, so, and yeah, you are at the Mannered Bear. Havelock has already ordered a round of the bear's monocles or the is that what they were called? No, it was the Urson monocle or something.
It was the what did I call it?
The Ursine monocle.
That's it.
Ursa monocle, something like that.
The Ursa monocle. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, because it was a play on Ursa. It was a play on Ursa Major. That's why. Ursa
Yep.
Monocle, yeah.
No, I like it and it's good. All right, but yeah, he's already ordered a round of the Ursa's monocles. And
do we have any privacy where we currently are?
Yeah, no, you can get a room and like have your drinks get brought up.
Oh, perfect room service. Hot damn.
That's yeah, right.
This place is nice.
Lives up to the manners.
Yeah.
Okay. So once we've got it.
So we're up in the room. We've got our beer. And the first thing that Yersinia does upon getting inside and getting the door shut, she stands up straight for the first time all day, cracks her back in a couple of ways that sound very inhuman, and out from the back of her robes tumbles Mithraya's skull and Mithraya's ribcage, which is packed full of books.
Nice haul.
Oh, well, let's see what we've got.
If you've got anything in particular on vampires or the family Stromkirk, I'd be very happy to go through it.
Well, here's the primary history tome. Take a look at that.
Perfect.
She just yeets that copy over to Spencer.
Anything
we
on?
Have something of a. We have something of a time crunch. I had the pleasure of nearly becoming the meal of Priscilla Stromkirk not too long ago.
Oh, well, that's lovely.
The alley we went down. I kept up the facade of being a chronicler and stuff for a few minutes. We, if it pleases us, have an audience with them tomorrow, which gives us enough time to prepare for the worst of things.
I'm going to start with stakes.
And if anyone can possibly whip up something that detonates the equivalent of holy water or fire, we can maybe do some damage in there tomorrow, should it be needed as a precaution.
Need an appointment with vampires. We might as well just bring a salt and pepper shaker for ourselves.
Well,
as it happens that you mentioned.
Well, if you take salted earth, holy water, and the equivalent of Greek fire, and turn it into essentially a ball of napalm, you can set alight pretty much to the entire of a vampiric household.
Now, friends, before we go about pillaging,
which means somebody has to pee on something.
We don't need to do that. I mean, it's
Actually,
a
yes,
case
you do.
of
You need
the
ammonia.
house. The house
Yeah, you
has
need
been
ammonium,
occupant of this vampire clan from what Priscilla was saying for at least the better part of 4 decades, if or 4 centuries, if not longer. I mean, any concept of holy ground has completely gone. So it's essentially, if unholy essence is like gasoline, holy water is a match.
Re- regardless, before we go about, burning down long-standing places and doing irreparable damage to this dimension we're visiting.
I'm not about to do that. I'm just preparing in case we need to. I like my neck without bite marks, unless the date's going particularly well.
Read your book.
Oh, Spencer already is.
Yeah.
Havelock's like, good idea. Maybe it knows something about Innistrad vampires. And
Yersinia hands out the rest of her other books, by the way.
Havelock grabs the one on, like, magical artifacts and items.
Yersinia takes the religious text.
Well, actually, I have the history one, so I'm going through that.
And then that journal I offer to Whackbat. That's got the most recent headman's information.
Do you want me to turn that into explosive?
No. Can Whackbat? I know that this. Also, by the way, what is Whackbat thinking about the fact that he's dealing with somebody who's just casually shaking bones out of her outfit? Also, Mithraya is like
articulating.
She's not reassembled, but she definitely has put Mithraya's skull on the table. So Whackbat.
Doctor, I've seen weirder.
Very true. Mithraia goes, Yersinia goes. So I know that reading is maybe not your per se strong point, but we just need some bullet point facts from the last couple of months. Can you see if you can find anything related to the vampires, anything related to the church being blown to shit?
Absolutely.
Thank you. There you go.
Squeeze. Listen, Whackbat knows what he's about.
Whackbat make thing go boom.
Yeah.
That is literally the most recent, like, I was talking to Nick about this just last night. I can turn things into explosives.
It's great.
They're not explosive.
Oh my god.
I love this artifact. I love how it works, and I'm very excited to see it used.
I love it.
Alright. But yeah, so for starters, give me
as a bit of finish what you're saying there.
Oh, I was just gonna be like, we could do rolls to see if people find what they're looking for in their books.
I'd say so. Why not?
Yeah, seems like the simplest way to deal with this. So
yeah. That makes sense.
Everyone roll 2d6 and take the best.
Can do. Hang on.
Roger.
Jeez, I think that's. I got
right,
6.
then. You did. All right, and then I shall also roll.
I got a 3 and a 5. Well.
Fuck. All right, so Arkrat. So Spencer finds. What specifically are you looking for? You're looking through the.
I'm looking for the
vampire history, right?
I'm looking. Yeah, yes. I'm looking for. I guess the two things I'd be looking for would be as much information on the Stromkirks directly, beyond what we already know about vampires. And with like anything I can ascertain to be a weakness, like if they've recorded how they died, especially as unlikely as that is to be. But also, but I don't think we have a book on that. Just anything that talks about like their involvement in things, them as a family, their weaknesses, how they developed, etc. And anything that describes, again, it's not a book of well, I don't know if there's any architectural plans in this history book. Anything that sort of shows the mansion or talks about the mansion, just to be able to get like secret passages in and out of the damn thing.
All right, so what you're trying to find is like just a lot of info about the vampires. So
yeah.
All right. Quick bullet point, simple stuff. Vampires. In this world, they're not dead per se. They were made with alchemy. They were made through like potions and like an additive to the blood. The Stromkirks in particular have a very symbiotic relationship with the people of the city. They tend not to kill their drain victims, and they tend to choose particularly beautiful people as like people to as like meals essentially. And anyone theoretically anyone in this town, and it's happened from like the poor and disenfranchised to the upper crust. People have just been invited to join the family before. They it doesn't happen super often, and generally speaking, it's people who have some kind of really useful talent or gift, whether it's a particularly talented smith or someone who makes incredible wares, or a particularly good mage. Yeah. Or just someone they particularly enjoy the company of on occasion. At least a couple instances of people joining the family just because Vampire genuinely seemed to have fallen in love with the person they were feeding on.
Okay.
Greek
tale. Okay.
Yep. Beyond that, weaknesses per se, like sunlight doesn't seem to do much of anything to vampires. The moon, interestingly enough, before, when it was an Abyssinian thing, or when Avicyn still was around, there were a lot more things that could hurt the vampires. Now, less so. Because Avicyn, the god that people would use to protect themselves from them, is no longer around. Prayers to her and things blessed in her name no longer have much in the way of power. Oh yeah, no, the moon's been through some things. Now there's something else sealed in the moon, so
oops.
Yeah.
So there's no specific mention of anyone in the family dying in any particularly horrible way after well, I mean by horrible I mean what they would
mortal wounds will do it, generally speaking. Like you do hear Yeah, mortal wounds would just about do it. Like, they can regenerate from a lot. Like, they'll never die from exsanguination or anything, but they can die from, like, if their heart doesn't work or if their head comes off, they'll die. Vampires in this world are stronger and faster than people, but not to like any sort of comical degree.
Right. Okay, so it's less and more supernatural and more a superhuman version.
Yeah, like they can still. Okay. Different families specialize in different things, and the Stromkirks are particularly potent mages. So they are particularly good at like changing form into like mist or bats, or pretending to like glamoring themselves and pretending to be normal humans and walking around. But they tend to prefer a more symbiotic relationship with humanity.
Okay. So finding this particular page on the magic of them, I leave it open and I walk over to Havelock and go like, they're particularly good at magic. These are some of the specifics on it. Just whatever you would use against it, just be ready.
Shape changing. Interesting.
And Spencer goes through the bullets they have and counts how many they have of each.
You've only used one of those.
Oh yeah, this is more like that's me more doing like an RP thing. Like they know how many bullets they've got, so it's more like the Spencer is now planning. Now that he knows that they can be killed by just a good show of force, planning the measures and countermeasures for that.
Let's see. And beyond that, I'd say let's see. Yeah, that would do. That is definitely a yes and amount of information you just got. As for Whackbat, you don't find what you're looking for.
He's too preoccupied with stakes and explosives.
Yup. Yeah, like you're trying to make sense of this journal, but like honestly, the first chunk you've been like idly flipping through have just been like, it's a very dry business-like account of like taxes collected, prisoners like this. Taxes, keeping track of.
Asleep reading this thing.
It's bad. Yeah, it's like we've collected this much in revenue. This man committed this crime and was sentenced to this. It's incredibly dry reading.
The more I'm reading this, the less time I'm making explosives. This is the worst timeline.
Yep.
That sounds about right.
Yep. Let's see. Yersinia has a bit more luck. What was the book you were reading through? The one on religion,
it's
yes?
the religious. Yeah, the religious.
Alright. So no but. Let's see.
It's porn. She's found the religious smut.
Dear Diary, jackpot.
God damn it.
Alright.
That's actually the name written in the book, god damn it.
Yep. No, it's a religious text. It's written in a weird language you've not seen before.
Huh.
And it's written in like these weird glyphs.
Oh, great.
Yep.
Lovely.
And Havelock, for their part, is...
Does it look like something worth hanging on to?
It certainly looks very fancy.
Okay.
So,
well,
like...
for right now, into one of the pockets it goes.
Yep. Like, I should say, like, the pages are edged in, like, gold leaf, and, all of the... Like, it's thick paper, and all of the words seem to be almost embossed on the pages.
Ah.
If they are words. Characters? Hard to tell.
Symbols, sigils, yeah.
Who knows? But you do see the Abyssinian sigil come up a lot. And, Havelock, for their part, is flipping through this, and, comes across the, specific pages about the lantern. It's in there. And it's smudged to hell. Like, that page in specific looks like someone spilled something on it at some point.
Oh, God.
And Havelock is just looking at this with a combination of, like, emotional devastation and rage. They're like, but... Damn it. So it's just not there. One of the last lines on the pages is legible, and does say it was last. It is believed to have been buried with. Oh, what's their name? Hold on, I'm looking this up.
Brian.
Yes, Ludovic.
I prefer Brian.
Too bad. Their name is Ludovic. Spelled like this. How does one become a self-taught genius? Naturally, it requires brains. But yeah, no, said it was believed to have been in the possession of one, Ludovic, a rather infamous, all it says is, like, last seen in the hands of the infamous necro-alchemist Ludovic.
That's a lot of love words.
Yeah. It's a lot of words. But, yeah, that's like one of the only lines that's legible on the whole page. Havelock is very upset about it. And yeah, that's that. That's all she wrote.
Indeed. Oh boy.
Well, now what?
Well, that was something.
I suppose.
So just to check,
you stuffed all that shit in my ribcage, and this is all we get out of it.
Sometimes that's the way it works. So, just to double check, I heard that right. A bit tired. Ludovic was the last person to have the Soul Gaze lantern.
That is what the book says.
That's what the book said. Okay. Did I, in reading what I did on the history, come across Ludovic mentioned at all to do with the family?
They've never had dealings with him. He is mentioned in passing a few times as having like he's mentioned to have caught to the in the journal. He has caused problems in the past in other places, but not here.
Okay, and when they talked about him causing problems in other areas, was it with a view of it's just a thing that happened, it's a good thing that he's causing them elsewhere because we don't like him, it's a bad thing that he's causing thing elsewhere because we don't like him, or was there any in like was there anything in the book that basically said one way or the other whether the family liked Ludovic or not?
They consider him a very bizarre type of like necromancer, and they're like, he does extremely dangerous nonsense that would cause problems in our areas.
Question: Sorry, I've been a little distracted.
No worries.
He's a necromancer, right?
He's the book that Havelock was reading used the words necro-alchemist.
Necralchemist.
Yup.
Does it say, so you mentioned, sorry, again, this is my fault.
Oh, no worries.
So again, he's very dangerous. He does very dangerous experiments. Does it go into any more about that? I suppose that's probably what you were just about to say.
It says that in the past, his work is unlike anything. Yeah, there can be a small section in the book just dedicated to, like, this weirdo that they've heard of and decided they needed to be cautious of.
And this is all
I suppose in the history
Spencer's book.
Yeah. So, like, yeah, they decided they needed to be cautious of this. There does seem to be a note of admiration in it as well. Like, for all that, like, they consider this person dangerous, but they're also intrigued by what they're doing, or by the work he does.
So it's more a case of that as long as they're admiring it from a distance, but if Ludovic were to turn up tomorrow, they would deal with him.
They would. Well, the thing you're reading is like they'd maybe try to seek an audience with him, or like invite him to, at least try to control the damage that he does.
Oh yeah, like essentially like create a situation of mutually assured destruction kind of thing, because they don't want to. Yeah, okay, yeah, I get it. In that respect, then, if there's a bit on necromancy in here, as I passed the book to Havelock, I would have said to Yesenia, is like, there's a bit on there and a necromancer of a volatile nature you might wish to read up on.
Yeah, notably, Yersinia takes us, and as she's reading it, like, her eyes get big.
Yeah, because
like, just at the hint.
What's happening in that, as you're thumbing through it, is he doesn't do necromancy. He's not using magic. He's not stitching in the traditional sense, the way others do. He's doing some really bizarre, like, genuinely seems to be using actual, like, chemistry and a combination of, like, stitching and chemistry to resurrect corpses instead of magic.
Sidebar, I'll be back in a quick second, need a bio break, so I'll be back just for the finish.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah,
all right.
We shouldn't be going on too much longer. And, but yeah, like, just their work is pretty unique in that they're not And from what you're seeing of it, they're just like some madcap inventor who's just doing this to see if they can.
So basically, he's part of the powder kegs from Bloodborne.
Possibly. I've never played Bloodborne.
Sorry.
I'm afraid.
Oh god. Sorry, that landed real flat then. Yeah, no. Well, so Yersinia may or may not kind of like steal the book. And she's like, she whips out like her personal grimoire, and she's like flipping between her own notes and what she can read here. Like, she's really interested. She's really interested.
Unfortunately, a lot of this is hearsay. Like,
yeah,
the book is talking about how like
that's never stopped her before.
They did recover one of the specimens, and there's a pretty detailed breakdown of it.
And what does it look like?
The sketches of it, which are very nice, like Da Vinci style anatomical sketches.
Yes.
It has wings, many legs, from not just people, but other different species. The wings look like they're just made of, like, skin. And the thing comments on how something of this mass should not be able to fly.
But nobody told it that.
Yeah, the body seemed to be inhabited, or the body seemed to have these, like, these vials of chemicals in it, but unlike, the Stitcher monsters that were encountered way in the beginning, where, like, you know, those vials crack and mix and explode, this stuff seemed to be, like, fueling it and helping it achieve, like, if there is
keeping
magic,
it up there.
Yeah, if there is magic involved in any of this, it's in those chemicals specifically.
Okay. And I'm sorry if I missed this. The Soul Gaze lantern was in his possession beforehand. Does it mention what he was using it for? Because again, the Soul Gaze allows for souls to be put into objects. Yes, no?
Yes, that is what it does.
Okay.
Unclear. The book specific, like the book Havelock was reading, all it said was that the book had, or that it was last known to be in Ludovic's possession.
Okay.
And for all we know, that could be out-of-date information.
Yeah. So, does it give us any indication? So we know that this, and obviously he's a he's a vampire himself.
Ludovic?
So yeah, is he, or
nope.
was he?
Plain vanilla human.
Not. Plain vanilla human. Love it. Does it mention where? Do we have any idea of where his workshop was?
Not specific. Last place he was known to be was, I need to look up a quick, Gavanoy, blah, 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 Moorlands. Let's go to Kessig. That can be it.
Sure.
Yep.
There's wolves in those areas.
Yup. Let's see. It's a lot of, from, like, just hearsay stuff. Like, it's a very agrarian area. There's really deep forests, so there's a lot of, what human communities are there are small, and tend to live near and in woods. Lumber is, of course, a huge industry there.
Naturally.
But, people try to not disturb the forests too much, because werewolves live there.
Oh, great. Fun.
And, yeah. But Ludovic was last known to be there.
Well, this is just joyful.
I came in just as you were... What was the location? I came in just at the end of that tale thing about Ludovic being somewhere.
Oh, shit.
Actually,
sorry.
Where are we right now? No, we went through Stencia. We're in Stencia now. Okay.
So where is Ludovic?
Ludovic is I don't have like a proper map, but it's a good ways from here.
Whatever you just said there is the result of the information. Like I came in just as I heard the words, and that's where Ludovic is, and I'm like,
oh no, Ludovic, right. No, he's in a place called Stencia, I think I just said.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
which is
all
Stencia. Stencia is a very forested, woodsman type. Wait, nope, not Stencia. Ignore me. It was Kessig. I'm sorry. It was Kessig. Stencia was like the mountain passes, and that led us to where we are. Yep. Kessig was all the mountain passes where we... Not Stencia was where... Fuck!
Moving on.
Kessig is where they are. Kessig is where they are.
Kessig is where they are. Yes.
Kessig is where they are. Cool. Fine.
There's... Mm-hmm. And Kessig is a very isolated area because the Uvenwald forest kind of keeps it away, like separates it from everyone else. It's a very, very dense forest.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we know.
Cool.
Ludovic's workshop was last known to be there, and interestingly enough, some of Ludovic's creations were even known to have helped fight off the angels and abominations.
Well, that was nice of them.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting.
Yeah, alongside that pair of sibling necromancers that were like fighting in that very like polite, nice, out of the way area from the beginning. And Gisa and Geralt, or Gisa and is it
Geralt?
Geralt, thank you. Yes.
Close.
Yep. I'm like, wait, no, Geralt is a different series.
Get toss a coin to it. Wait.
Nope, wrong stream.
If you do another 3 seconds of that, Twitch will literally rip out your soul and use it as collateral in the TOS wars.
Oh my god. So
Fun.
yeah, so Yersinia is into this, and you like, if you're looking closely, she is like vibrating.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of necromancy here. It's all very exciting.
And she's like, leaving tonight would be stupid, wouldn't it? We've got an appointment tomorrow, don't we? Somebody talk me out of walking out into the woods right this instant.
If you go out there, you've no idea what's out there. We've no idea what's waiting at all. We can read a bit more on it and plan our journey out of here.
We need to think this through.
I know.
Trust me. I understand the burning need for more knowledge. Trust me, I understand.
Like that.
But patience. It wouldn't do to gain all that knowledge, it wouldn't do to have acquired as much knowledge as we have, only to die trying to get more.
I mean, isn't that Havelock's whole thing?
Death gets us all eventually. You gotta make it good. That's all Yersinia says before sitting down with the book and her notebook to take copious fucking notes.
Yup. Yeah. Well, who knows? If you have more than a passing interest in necromancy, maybe he'd even be willing to speak with you. Who knows?
Yersinia looks up at, like, Yersinia and Mithraya's skull both swivel around.
What?
A passing interest in necromancy?
I said more than a passing... I said more than a passing interest.
I wear bones.
Yes, I'm aware.
We do bones, motherfucker.
I can see that.
And on that note...
And on that note, the rest of Mithraya's skeleton jumps out and starts playing spooky, scary skeletons.
Perfect. Probably. I hope it's the Electro Swing remix.
Yes, that one.
Good.
I love that one.
It's so good.
I posted that in the group chat.
But damn it, Sue.
Bonor.
Yep.
Hi, Sylvie.
But as I'm aware, hey Sylvie.
Oh.
As I'm aware of like time, I think we need to wrap it up here.
Yeah, I am sorry to say that you're back just in time for us to wrap up.
Yay, you got food and vacuum though. That's awesome.
That is
Those
awesome.
are good things.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm making sure to save this as a VOD, so, you know, if you want to watch it, you can.
Yes.
All right. But yes, this was very, very fun. And I had a great time this week. So
I do like the fact-finding portions of RPGs. I always like that the detective aspect of them.
Yep. I hope this has been satisfying and not just really boring.
I enjoyed myself.
I hope it wasn't just a really boring lore dump for everyone.
I want that guest book.
Oh,
you have to fight Kitty for it.
Maybe you'll find that guest book when, you know.
Don't you tease me, GM.
You already talked to the person who had it.
I mean, they like have it for now. Maybe the book will disappear off the climates. Maybe Ludovic will end up with it. Who knows? We'll find out on the next episode of the Nebulous Collection.
All right, let's go raid Bun.
Yay! If you enjoyed the ghosts and tricks here, get ready for Ghost Trick.
Ooh, Bun's playing more Ghost Trick. Fuck yeah!
Yep.
Excellent.
Yep.
I couldn't think of a better thing to raid into from here.
Yeah. Gonna see more missile.
Yeah.
And the couple last minutes or so. Hey, Red Moon Spectre.
Hey,
Thank you
Red
for being
Moon.
Here.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for being here. This would not be possible without you guys. It really does mean a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know we like to meme a lot, but in all seriousness, thank you all for coming. You're all such lovely viewers. And, you know, I'll be back up and streaming on Sunday and Monday for, like, just dicking around and probably more New Vegas. And I found out today that the Outer Worlds is getting a new DLC, so look forward to a fresh playthrough of that at some point.
Nice.
And, yeah. Yeah, it's getting a DLC in September, Sylvie, and I'm so fucking excited.
Are you going to be a capitalist in that game as well?
Not here.
You literally so far in your playthrough of Fallout have robbed and eaten the poor.
Shut up. It's not the point.
I mean, not even going out on an arm and a leg here. That's your job.
Oh.
Yes. All right. So, the raid begins whether we like it or not in 2, 1. Have fun.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Cool. There we go.
And that is